you two. Judging by the looks on your faces... Are you ready to take your Sabzeruz exam? Okay. First off, have you discovered the hidden truth? Sumeru think they don't dream, but the truth is the Akasha steals their dreams without them knowing it. And those spaces with no human presence are stolen dreams without their host. That would explain why they sounded so weird when she was trying to describe them. Huh. So people in Sumeru do dream after all. In fact, we're all in one big dream together right now. Correct answer. Now, how did you conclude that the Akasha is capable of this? Oh, okay. Those dream-controlling creatures in the forest also get their power from the Dendro Archon, right? That would explain why the Akasha has the ability to control people's dreams, too. But is stealing everyone's dreams really how the Akasha compiles their wisdom? Isn't there anything more to it than that? Dreams are fantastical, complex, and full of imagination. People's brains are the most active when they're dreaming. In other words, dreams are rich bundles of human wisdom. So in other words, Hama remembers her saying that the real story is that the Oh? By the sounds of it, you understand the current situation pretty well. So then, what about this?
Those dreamscapes kept... Grand Sage... My mind... We've already experienced... I can't seem...
Correct. The Akasha is keeping each person's brain in their disembodied consciousness. No one is any the wiser. People wake up. So, this is like a dream... Very... Okay. Alright, last question.
Now that I think about it, wasn't... They say that...
So you noticed. I thought that one... No, now that you mention it, Nahida, you've been hinting to us since... It's funny. Thinking back to when we were asking all over the place for info about Lesser Lord... Yes, those can wait until we're... On the other hand, I'd be happy to answer any more... You asked me, now that you know that... Have you heard the saying, don't wake a sleepwalker? Your notion of reality, that's why I could only give you... Firstly. Secondly, that's because people don't remember their dreams most of the... So whenever... That reminds Paimon. Traveler has... Yes. Only after receiving the blessing of Dendro can a person gain the Dendro element. Meanwhile, Can humans... You might say you're... Especially... People's lives are... I know, right? What? Even you don't know the reason? The Academia Traveler. Do you...
Okay, Nahida said, the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's... Those spaces remind me of... Grand Sage said, goes...
Celebrate the birth of that... Could it mean... I know, right? Why do... Even you don't know the reason? The Academia Traveler. Do you...
That doesn't...
celebrate the birth... Deceiving the... After we end the Sabzeruz... How can this... In the end, I'm just the moon. A sun and a moon? Oh, we're out of... I'll tell you how to break free of the samsara tomorrow. Good morning, Nahida. Hey, what's wrong, Nahida? You don't look... I'm afraid that what you're thinking right now is correct. Dunyarzad? The real Dunyarzad's consciousness has indeed disappeared. It can no longer endure the constant dream harvesting. Paimon can't... She's actually the real Dunyar... So another But Barsa puppets are still... You know... Dunyarzad... Yes. I just gave her a little wisdom, so she could look at life in a new way. So that she could be her own person. But even so, she's still... far from it. I'm still a long... I couldn't even save her. If I were... Please don't beat yourself up over it, Nahida. Don't be like... To prevent more... Great, but... Although that means this... Huh? Well, which means... Imagination, like when the serve... However, the dream will... But right now, our host is unaware that this is a dream. Find some... How are we going... And even if we... After all, like... It's extremely as for... Out of town? Yes. Hurry and go. She was such a good person. Yeah, but... Paimon's wondering... Do you... Huh. So... Who do you think the host of the dream is? Oh, let's go ask... Surprise!
You're back. You left in a hurry last time. Is everything okay?
Everything's fine, just... It's a little hard to explain. Would you mind taking part in a little experiment with us?
An experiment? That came out of nowhere. I'm listening, though. What do you need me to do?
Could you... make a wish?
You want me to make...
Last question!
Okay. Oh, my wish. My wish. Okay.
Oh.
I noticed she just doesn't see... I've also...
So...
Oh, is it that obvious? After what I just said, I guess it is. When she placed the hat, what she didn't realize was that... Okay, yeah, that was... Okay, I'm ready to make my wish. I would like Miss Dunyarzad to appear in front of me right now with a smile on her face. Here goes.
Please come true.
I'm gonna open my eyes. Oh!
What?
Fucky? Sorry, but... Nice try, you two.
Guess he isn't the host of this dream after all. Should have expected it wouldn't be this easy. It seems like everyone who...
My lady.
That sounds like Dia! Huh? But Dia can handle them! Hey, Traveler!
Step on up. Oh, it's you. Great timing. Please take... Hey, this is my job. The homie Yannis pay me, not you. You... Anyway, watch yourself.
So you got yourself some backup.
That's close enough. A new punching bag.
Let the show begin. Out of the frying pan, it's...
No more tricks up your sleeve.
Boba, get them!
Surprise!
I'll be back.
Nice and spiced.
Over here!
You won this one.
Out of the frying pan.
I'll be back.
I'll protect us.
Take that!
Zip on up!
Traveler, were you just taking your anger out on those guys? You and Nahida both. Dunyarzad wouldn't want to see you two like this. Oh, and speaking of her, Paimon just remembered something. Remember how during the first Sabzeruz festival, before the Samsara started, we came here with Dunyarzad because she wanted to pick something up? She said it was because she had forgotten something. Okay, so Paimon's memory is working so far. Anyway, Paimon also remembers that she is staying somewhere around here. Yeah, even if it's only a tiny clue, it'll probably still help us more than this needle in a haystack search. This is the place. It's rude to enter other people's spaces without permission, but desperate times call for desperate measures. Hey, the windows are unlocked. Okay, Paimon's gonna take a peek inside. This was only a temporary residence, so there was pretty much nothing inside except this book on the table. Should we open it? Wow. Even though she must have if we hadn't found this book. But now that we know, we can't even thank her. Hey! Where are you off to now? It's Dunyarzad's puppet. Traveler? You must be exhausted. Come to think of it, we've been stuck in this place for a really, really long time. Heck, even the last time we were chatting happily with Dunyarzad feels like an eternity ago. Paimon still remembers when we were sitting here, and the way her eyes sparkled when she talked about Nilu's dance of Sabzeruz.
There will always be frustrations in life, but I know
That was what the real Dunyarzad said, wasn't it? Does that mean...
Yes, Traveler.
Oh, so she's still just a puppet. But just now, how come... What? Where are we going this time?
Surprise!
If you continue to resist, we will have to order an investigation into every single event organizer. The Grand Sage has already granted you much leniency. I advise that you exercise tact.
How did things turn out like this? Traveler? You don't have to get involved. He's a sage from the academia. I don't want to drag you into this.
Traveler.
Traveler? What the heck are you doing? If you get arrested by the academia, that's another day gone to waste! Wait, they're not reacting. Have they been scared stiff? Oh, of course! If this is the sage's plan, they wouldn't put themselves through this. So they're just substitutes.
What is this? What happened to the Grand Sage and his entourage? Like I...
Yes.
That beautiful shade of purple. Aren't these flowers real Padisaras? Just like the ones from the legend? I didn't even notice. Dunyarzad, did you find these?
But didn't you just say all the real flowers went extinct after the goddess of flowers passed away? So, how?
Yeah. What's going on? Huh? You guys are acting... Hey!
They disappeared! So Nilu's the host. What a surprise! Purple Padisaras don't exist in the real world anymore. But in Nilu's subconscious, they can appear as decorations on the stage. It's just like the example Nahida... So when you saw the flowers... But if we want to end the samsara, we need the host to become aware that they're... How should we make Nilu
Am I dreaming?
Huh?
So I'm right. Is this...
Wrong guess, but you aren't completely wrong either. The point is, what made you think this is... As far as you know, people in Sumeru don't...
Yeah, but have you heard the tale of the first sage? To prevent a calamity, he went on a journey to...
Ooh, sounds familiar. Dunyarzad told us a story like...
Yep, but his piety and wisdom were acknowledged by the Dendro Archon, and she finally gave her blessing to him. All kinds of spectacular scenes appeared in front of the first sage, as if all the knowledge in the world was being painted onto a canvas right before him. He was captivated. After who knows how long, he mastered all the knowledge he could comprehend. Afterward, he said to the Dendro Arc, his wife, in the end,
So, the first thing...
Yes.
Paimon understands where you're coming from now. That's a really
I see. Well, it just so happens that today's Sabzeruz festival is almost over too. Since we're in a dream, Let's make this final dance of Sabzeruz as beautiful as we can. The wait is over, everyone. I dedicate this to our god, the dance of Sabzeruz.
I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets. I would have loved to see Nilou's dance.
Traveler. Oh, Paimon feels like she's been as Paimon said. Paimon, dig the Sabzeruz Festival. Have we finally escaped from the Sabzeruz? Quick, take off your Akasha terminal. She's not in her room. What happened? Huh? Well done, Traveler and Paimon. And thank you, Dunyarzad, for organizing the Sabzeruz Festival for me.
I'm sorry, who are...
Dunyarzad! You're okay! Oh, don't scare us like that!
Oh, Traveler Paimon. I just had a dream. And I saw Nilou performing the dance of Sabzeruz.
And Dunyarzad, did you save her? It's a really long story. We shouldn't disturb her. Her consciousness is still weakened. Let's chat somewhere else. How about by... Let's talk about Dunyarzad first. It's such a relief that she's all right. After we parted on the last day of the Sabzeruz festival, I left the city and saw what the Traveler had described. Among the countless dreams, I found once Dunyarzad could no longer bear the such as we're both will. I used all the power I... So it looks like we did manage to save Dunyarzad in the end. And not a moment too soon. Huh? Both are fine. All right. You two must have a lot of other questions for me, right? After all, you at the Avidia for... You also heard... Yeah! A message? King Desh. Okay. Greater Lord, many devote, but I believe so. But the traveler wasn't affected after coming in contact with that consciousness. No, we must decipher its secrets. I've already eliminated all of this puzzle has life and death at stake. To be accurate, theoretically, the Akasha is. I've always. What about your. That story begins at that time, however. So, the sages. In some. And I. Yeah. Thank you for the kind word. Trying to find a way to save Irminsul is my life, and every once in a while, I will also take up the duty. There's never been. I wonder what. Even though this. I try to do. I think they're Oh! Regardless, I need to first investigate the sage's motives. You mean how the Akasha stops you from having dreams? Yeah, it's not that misdirection? The sages convinced everyone to believe that being unable to dream is even if with their prop besides. Anyway, but by now, even those who never use a got it. To be oh, and go and get some.
Traveler? Paimon? Why am I here? Do either of you know?
Maybe you were sleepwalking. You know you can't wake up a sleepwalker.
I see. Huh. I should visit my maintenance personnel sometime. Oh, I'm fine. I better go.
We've spent quite some time in Sumeru City, but ever since we last said goodbye to Lesser Lord Kusanali, we haven't heard anything from her. Oh, we can't just...
Ad Astra Avisask.
Hi, Catherine. Do you have any commissions for us?
Commissions? Oh, how about this? Please attend the and if possible, please also use your camera.
Huh? What kind of commission is that?
I see. In that case, please go to Port Ormos and convince the Eremites there to spend some time volunteering at the local orphanage.
Hey, that's not any better.
I'm sure the mercenaries will have some interesting reactions as well.
Paimon's gotta ask. Just who exactly has been submitting these commissions to the Adventurers Guild?
Oh, the commissioner? Well, actually, I just wanted to see the two of you in action.
Was it so obvious? I was hoping you would actually take one of those commissions. That kind of chance to observe humans doesn't come by often. Ah, so it's Nahida. Paimon just knew Catherine wouldn't crack those kinds of jokes. When did you get into her head? So it's been you this whole time? Are you done resting up, Nahida? Yes. I've been sleeping ever since we parted ways, and I even had a really, really long dream. It was another dream about the Sabzeruz festival, except it was happy. In my dream, I was sitting in the middle of a flower terrace, and everyone, I also got to sit... You know, Nahida, maybe your dream is how the Sabzeruz festival really should be. It's meant to be a joyous time where everyone gets together. Huh? No, we aren't pitying you. That would only make everything worse. By the way... Yes, I paid her a visit right after I woke up. Her condition is stabilized. However, since Elazar is a manifestation of the withering on the human body, we can only cure it by finding a way to take care of her. But for the moment, our top focus should still be figuring... Right. So our first... Oh! Let's continue our chat here. Okay, so do you have any ideas on how we can investigate the sages, Nahida? Actually, I've already done a little bit of work on that. But for now, I want to hear your thoughts.
already tried that. It seems that from the...
Have you already...
In any case... No way.
You mean...
No, doing that would be...
That's a good point.
We're in the dark after all.
Nahida.
According to...
Okay.
Well, then I should find...
You're saying we should recruit a spy? Oh, before coming back, we met someone named Alhaitham. He seems like he acts alone, and he...
Actually, I already have someone in mind.
Setaria. We ran into Paimon's...
She was born in the desert.
Oh, Paimon?
The name Setaria later on, soon after the star began, but in the end, she couldn't give up the radiance of daytime. To cope with her shame, the star buried her guilt and closed her eyes.
From the sound of it, but she doesn't really support the academia.
Indeed, she's suppressing a lot of guilt. But before she realized it, she had... Right, that way, from my path tomorrow afternoon to prepare. This should be Setaria's favorite fortune teller. No...
Talking style?
My poor lost lambs. Have you become troubled over your fates? The divine voice of wisdom of...
Huh?
Shh! It would seem that Harut and Marut are quite wary of you. Perhaps at some time in the past.
Only mocking the god of Animo, questioning the lord of Geo's financial savviness, and brawling with the god of Electro. Do those count?
Oh, nothing. Go on, pick an aspect for her to divine.
Health prospects. No problem. The gods have spoken. The truth shall be revealed. Your life shall continue on for... many tens of thousands of years? Impossible. Harut, Marut, did you two spoil my divination? I've never read a fortune so absurd.
Actually, Paimon thinks this is probably the most accurate fortune-telling you've ever done.
I admit that the orientation of today's celestial matrix is, suboptimal. As such, there...
Is that so? Well, that can't be helped.
If you were to bring some food offerings for Harut and Marut on your next visit, perhaps they could help you reverse the wheels of...
Is this another one of Setaria's favorite?
Yep. It belongs to a king. His when they start...
Ah, dear customers. Would you like to look at some pottery?
We caught wind of your great craftsmanship.
Oh, I recognize you. Aren't you Miss Catherine from the Adventurers Guild?
Speaking of, where did you learn this trade?
I suppose you could... After that, I began making pottery by myself.
That's nice.
So is your father still working as a mason?
Oh, no, not anymore. A few years back, he fell from a roof and broke his leg. Since he had already said...
I see. I'll have someone in...
No problem.
Use the spotlight!
This should be our final stop. Setaria's always thinking of this restaurant when she's working at the academia. So she always comes by whenever she's out in the city.
Nahida, you've really thought of everything.
It's my duty to protect Samaria's citizens, after all.
Hi there. I feel like I've seen you down by the docks before.
Huh? Sorry, I don't quite remember.
If I recall, you were having a discussion with someone about shipbuilding at the time.
Ah, that's
That's right! I've always been really interested in feats of marine engineering. After all, I grew up in Liyue Harbor and spent my entire childhood staring at the ships going in and out of the port. I came to Sumeru to study, but failed to make it into the academia due to my lack of talent. But what an admirable...
Sure, but you'll find hardworking people wherever you go.
So this restaurant...
That's right.
I see.
So, was that everybody?
Mm-hmm. 3 familiar faces should be enough for Sataria.
What's the point of all the information we've collected? Nahida, you still haven't told us how you're planning to make Sataria face...
Sataria is already used to avoiding her problems, so we must find a way to break through her usual sense of... I remember you... Although it's all just a boatload of nonsense, the fate of her homeland may turn out to be Sataria's soft spot.
Oh, Paimon gets it now! Although she knows she should return home to help the people of the desert, all she's done is conspire with the sages. So...
Well, King Dashret is long gone. And Sataria is also too smart to fall for any simple trick. If we simply engaged her on... But...
So...
Yep. As long as...
so that's how you're going to...
Exactly. So... That's no problem at all. Although I've been observing humans for a while, I've never been good at imitating them.
You're not wrong. It's always been...
If it would...
Yeah, don't beat yourself up over...
All right.
Ready? Now it's time for a short rest.
Oh, here she comes. Sit down.
Let's quiet as for how we'll sway her to our side. I'll leave that to you. I trust you'll know what to say.
Paimon's starting to feel kind of nervous. Okay, let's go. Looks like they've already started talking. Let's find a hiding...
That's right. You really can't force anything when it comes to love. And besides, everyone around me has a very different background and outlook. Are you still listening to me, Nabia?
Oh, of course I'm listening. You were talking about troubles with your love life, right? I heard everything you said.
Okay then. You just seemed a little distracted for a moment there. Strange. Your cats seem pretty worked up. Is something wrong? I always thought they were quiet, happy kitties. Oh, what are their names again? Ah, that's right. They are just little darlings, aren't they? Harut and Marut.
So, which fortune do you want me to read for you today? You must have come for another echo of the divine voice of wisdom.
I'd like to get another reading on my love prospects, but to be perfectly honest with you, I feel like I've been a real mess recently.
A mess?
Well, could you...
I hear you. No problem at all. The gods will reveal the truth. The gods are asking, Setaria, why haven't you gone home?
Why haven't I gone... home? Do the gods really know everything I've been thinking about?
Setaria, why don't you just go home? It's a demand now instead of a question. The gods seem to be truly upset.
I'm sorry. I know I failed the gods. Please pass on my most sincere apologies and ask for their divine forgiveness. And if I may ask, Nabia, is there a specific god who's speaking to you right now?
What an inconsiderate and naive question. The god who is speaking to me is, of course, the wisest and mightiest of all, King Deshret.
King Deshret? No wonder he would make such demand of me. Wait a second. King Deshret passed away a long time ago. Even though news of King Deshret's resurrection has been spreading like wildfire, it's all just a misinformation campaign from the academia. How can King Deshret still exist in real life?
What insolence! I am King Deshret's most loyal believer. Do you wish to refute his voice of wisdom?
Oh, no. I will think very carefully about his demand of me. I'm sorry. I must go now.
Wait!
Whoa, she just ran off in a hurry. She looked pretty upset, too.
Well done. Setaria didn't seem to suspect anything amiss. To have something she's been trying desperately to avoid show up out of nowhere and berate her, that must have shaken her to the core.
Aw, Nahida.
All I know are some abstract Harabatot anyway.
She's out of Keem's now, right on cue. Let's get ready to possess him right away.
What's gotten into Harut and Marut? They seem terrified of me all of a sudden.
It's okay. I just got caught up in something. Oh, actually, didn't you ask me to help you look for work? What kind of work were you looking for again? Oh, right. Your old man's craft. How could I forget? Speaking of, how's he doing? Is he feeling any better? Oh, that's good. Actually, well...
Yeah, he's been...
If you could find that... He has a quick...
Oh? I'm so jealous of you. You were born a child of the desert, yet you chose to betray King Deshret, and now you spend all your time with those crooks from the academia.
Akeem, you don't mean... You've also...
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise King Deshret? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still...
Can't pick a side? Me?
Whoa, Paimon had no idea you'd be so good at this.
You really zeroed in on the issue and put the once every...
Come on! Setaria's already started talking with Shishan.
So, Shishan, have you noticed anything weird in the city lately? Like, as if someone was trying to preach to you about something?
Oh,
Oh, right. Speaking of strange things, I celebrated the Sabzeruz festival so many times that I lost count. That was really weird.
Wait, how could you be aware of that? That should be impossible. Nothing in the report indicated anything like that.
Are you still failing to realize that the Academia's lowly tricks could never deceive all of Sumeru's citizens?
Shishan, don't tell me that you've converted to King...
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of King... In reality...
Please, please stop!
Even now, Sataria's still trying to run from her problem.
She can no longer justify it. Hey, This is the most important...
Mercenary, you remember... Please, try to remain calm, miss. Heretics are infiltrating the city, and they've already converted many residents to their side.
Heretics? What kind of heresy are you talking about?
King Deshret! Many people I know have suddenly started believing in him, but he's long dead. It's impossible.
Miss Sataria, nothing is impossible.
You know my name?
King Deshret is immortal, and all who defy him will one day pay the price. You must face the truth, Sataria. You tread a treacherous path, and a child of King Deshret. Never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise King Deshret? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of King Deshret.
Sataria, why haven't you gone home?
I've also... No matter how much I may try to ignore or get rid of it, my guilt always...
You won't necessarily...
How do you know me so well?
That's not important. If you could provide some assistance in this matter, perhaps it could serve...
I've actually never believed in the gods, but I've always believed in serendipity. Please tell me, what can I... I was just... But I know very... I've just... However, there's something that's been really bothering me. I heard that a scholar who was previously expelled has returned to the city. And even the sages are still quite wary of it.
To fight against the Academia.
It should be possible if we're willing to take some risks. After all, I'm an assistant. One thing, though. I won't be able to transfer the document.
The Academia entrance. Wouldn't that be...
Don't worry about... I'm only suggesting this...
Alright.
So... The Dendro Archon. That's right. Her people are the one... Maybe it's time.
Just as Nahida predicted. We've managed
The Traveler's execution was ingenious. Well...
Pray? But if we're going to pray to the...
Ooh?
I seem to have dozed off.
Stefana! Catherine, we're here!
That's right. I suppose I'm the other Catherine.
Shh! We're on a secret mission tonight.
Yep, Paimon's right. If something were to happen, after all...
Yep. Exactly. Just what Paimon was thinking. Anyway, enough about that. Let's just make sure to be on our off. What do you feel is up? It's the middle?
No, I think she's... If you look around, there seems to be fewer people on the streets.
Huh.
I also can't...
Well, we're Huh. There really aren't many people out right now. Let's Let's hope it'll be this quiet in front of the academia, and that Sataria managed to distract all the guards. Over here!
Piece of cake.
Step on us! This hour of the night.
Ah, the triumphant hero returns at last. And to a rather spectacular welcome, even if I do say so myself.
You're the outcast, expelled from the academia.
Indeed I am. Although these days they tend to call me the Doctor. If you're looking for your researcher friend, she has already been taken into confinement. With some basic caution, she could have discovered the listening device on her person. Clearly, she lacks the degree of rigor expected of a true scholar.
The people of Sabzeruz City. What have you done to them?
I simply made some minor adjustments to their Akasha terminals. Now they can deposit information directly into the subconscious. As you can see, all these lovely people now believe this traveler is a hero who has just saved the world. My experiment is a success. And now it seems they can no longer hold back their sheer adoration.
No, what should we do? These are all just regular people.
Leave now. You need to get out of here.
But that guy's a F2P harbinger. We can't just leave you here.
Nor can I abandon the people of Sabzeruz. Don't worry. We'll meet again outside of the city.
I see. You appear to have overridden their mental faculties with your own consciousness. To possess such a powerful mind, you must be the God of Wisdom.
Is Nahida going to be okay? We only made it out because of her. Paimon wasn't... and that even the sages are wary of him. Yep. Sounds like she must have been talking about the doctor. Yeah. Now that the doctor's in the picture, we're no longer just dealing with the academia. They're in cahoots with the Fatui. But what are the Fatui after this time? Yeah, Nahida said we'll meet again outside of the city. But we can't just keep waiting around, right? You mean... Oh, right! Even though he turned it down at the time, there's no time to lose. Let's go...
Surprise!
Hold it right there. A blonde-haired traveler and a floating fairy. We've got you all right. Take a look around. Core of 30! We are in a...
The outcast? But why wouldn't the doctor just send the Fatui after us?
Still wasting time on
You're...
Following orders.
Over here!
Chip on up! Nice and spicy!
A new punching bag.
You're toast!
Eyes on me! Over here!
I'll be back.
It isn't over yet! Here comes reinforcements!
Surprise!
Try to keep up.
Over here!
I'll protect us. I'm the frying pan. That was pretty rough. Is that what elite mercenaries are like? Yeah. Looks like we'll have to keep our guard, but this stuff... going up against smart people is... The rainforest is the best place to live. Oh, it's the traveler in Paimon. Holly, it's nice to... To be honest, I'm not doing too well. My Elazar has been progressed as a result. Master Tina... Oh, Kale. Speaking of
Master Tech.
he left? What? Isn't Tainari always saying that he never wants to leave the Avidia Forest? He even turned down the sage's invitation.
I thought it was weird too. Master Tainari always prioritizes his work as I know that before he...
A research base. Oh, we don't have a lot of time, so let's go look for him at Party's DI. Got it.
Just what will become...
Surprise! Let the show begin. You're okay. We were so worried about you. Hey, this was supposed to be a touching reunion, but you're ruining the moment.
Actually, it's very smart of the Traveler to be wary of me right now. After a plus, even a pool of...
Paimon feels like only the real Nahida could come up with such an obscure analogy.
Huh? But I wasn't trying to win your trust or anything. All I wanted...
Well, we understand that point now. Please, Nahida, tell us more about what happened. Are those poor people...
When you left, I was still in the middle of restoring everyone's minds. Thankfully, when the doctor mentioned depositing information into the subconscious, he didn't mean engraving information into their minds. Instead, he did something closer to creating hallucinations. That was still within my power to fix. Luckily, I managed to finish my restorations and mind jump away from him just as he was about to capture me.
What a relief. The doctor sure pulled out some hidden cards.
I wouldn't be relieved. I gave away also.
Would that mean you'd no longer be able to jump between mines? Then how do we stop? Ugh. Plus,
We shouldn't get.
actually,
Yes, I have. You didn't come.
we're looking for a...
Okay.
Traveler?
It's Hypatia!
Ah, what a pleasant surprise.
Who's this?
She's a scholar we met.
Oh, I see.
That's right, we're...
Hypatia? Wait, no.
What do you... My consciousness has already managed to make contact with the divine.
You did it! Congratulations!
It's so exhilarating to share this sublime joy with others at long last! When my consciousness made contact with the gods. Ah, what a supreme and unparalleled experience that was!
That sounds incredible!
Oh, alright. Remember? My current self has not only gained true insight, but I can even help you.
You can do that?
I've never heard of anything like that, but if you want to give...
Hold on. I brought some spirit borneal with me. All right now. Hold my hand. I'll help you
Okay.
Ready?